And we are set to go. Ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, welcome to the weekly beer and video review show with me, Travel Man Dan. Man, we have an amazing show. I got some fun beers to go ahead and review. We're going to be bringing in Nate in a minute, and we got an awesome segment for you today. Thank you so much for joining us wherever you are around the world. I hope that you're well. I hope that you're enjoying this holiday season. I hope that you're around some friends, family, and just having one heck of a time. We got a great show for you, and let's go ahead and get started. If you're new to the show and you just happen to find this channel, I want to say thanks a lot for hopping on and checking out the show. Really appreciate it. Let me tell you a little bit about what we do here. Each and every week, we show up and we review 2 beers. We got 2 beers every show. Now, we can get a little wonky and off the rails a little bit. Yay! All right, and we can go ahead and bust out the funnels and bring kegs and stuff like that. But for the most part, we stick to the standard 2 beers to review. We also talk about the videos that came out last week on my channel, and we preview the videos that come out this upcoming week on my channel. All swirled in and brought together around fun segments like What Would You Rather? We have some good news to talk about. We talk about a little bit of show and tell, and we close it out with what are you reading, what are you watching, what are you listening to? Welcome, Junatic and Kamad. All right, welcome to the show, ladies. Thank you so much. If you're a returning audience member, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for every week going ahead and supporting me and my channel. Thank you for showing up to the show. We absolutely love you, and when I mean we, I'm talking about my co-host, Mr. Nate. We're going to bring him in here in a minute. But yeah, really can't say thank you enough. Today, we got some awesome beers. We're going to be reviewing some holiday beers. Took a little hiatus last week because Nate wasn't feeling well, but we're back and we are ready to go. So without further ado, without keeping you waiting any bit longer, ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, let's give a big warm welcome to my friend and our co-host, Mr. Nate Massix. Hey, what's up, buddy? What do you got there? Bills win. Hey, all right. I love it, man. I love it.
Nate Pilsnerman. What are you talking about?
What's it?
It's Nate Pilsnerman.
Nate Pilsnerman. All right. I like it.
There you go. What's going on, Travel Man Dan? How are you?
Pretty good, Pilsner man. Pretty good. Doing well. We got a couple people in the room already. We have Drunatic is here. Kamad and Stewart, the beekeeper, is throwing up everywhere. Must be a San Francisco 49ers fan. Boy, I wish Kittle would score. But doing well, Nate. How you feeling, man?
Hey, man. Well, listen, you got your team to win today, which is awesome. Congratulations. My team, due to COVID, is not playing until Tuesday. So no Eagles game today. I just recently got over the coronavirus, and so I feel their pain.
Yeah, man. How you feeling, dude? We had a cancel the show, which we don't really do very often here, but I just felt it was the right thing to do. I didn't want to drink beer in front of my buddy and co-host while he couldn't be part of the fun. How was that COVID?
You know what? So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, just from symptoms. Right? Like I expected it to be more coughing, more nose, more sinus, whatever, respiratory issues. I was just knocked out. Fatigue was absolutely unbearable. So for me, if you guys get this and you feel it, just take some aspirin. That felt to be the thing that worked the most for me in particular. And now I'm here. So 10 days later, I'm okay.
Yeah, well, it's good. I mean, I talked to you I think pretty much each and every day, and you weren't feeling that well. And Stewart says I'm not an NFL fan after they disrespected the national anthem. I'm a hockey fan. Go Buffalo, baby! All right, Sabres. All right, playing well. They won the last 2 of 3. But yeah, man, I'm glad to hear that you're okay. I'm glad that you got through it without any major difficulties, Nate. And good to have you back here on the show, man. We missed you, and we missed doing this.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that we miss an episode, it's a big deal. I know how you are. For me, it's the same thing. I like to show up every Sunday and get with the community. So obviously, it was a big deal for us to miss it, and hopefully that's just a rare occasion. So we'll make up for it today. We got 2 awesome beers.
Yeah, we do. So, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room here. What's going on over there with your background? You're all set up in something new, right? Huh?
Oh,
Look at that. Hey, you got a new studio.
Got a little tree here. So for the viewers out there, Travelman Dan has been very politely nudging me to improve my background. So I wanted to do that, and I don't know. I got this nifty little neon sign here. Got my little backdrop. Got a little bedroom. I turned into a studio. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks great. First of all, not everybody's privy to a gorgeous bar like this. Unfortunately, we're going to be moving out of this bar, and we're going to be going down. I love this bar. This is the bar that I got. I didn't actually start it.
It's the bar.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, I had the rent was cheap, and they offered for me a spot to do my show for it every week. So I go into this bar. I'm just never allowed to touch any of the bottles. So it's just the way it goes. But no, yours looks good, man. I love the beer sign in the back. Glad you're okay with COVID, dude. The room looks good.
Thanks, Frank, for the compliment.
Yeah, I like it. What's those that little Asian looking like blow up thing back there? I know what that is.
I'm getting used to this, and I gotta. But anyway, yeah. So I don't. Most of you probably haven't seen it, but this thing is the throw burrito.
I remember whipping that right off your face.
So Travelman Dan was at my house. I think that was last April. Maybe it was your birthday. It was your birthday. It was a birthday party.
My birthday?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we have a little sticker gift that we made from him taking this thing and whipping it off my face. So some significance.
Actually, if you haven't already, might as well hop right into it before the beer. If you haven't already, check out last week's video. It's the 2021 compilation. Nate, you'll see, has not only forefronted himself. When did you start on the Barrow? Welcome, my man. He started coming into the show this year, sometime around May, I believe, or April. Well, he also started being part of the videos. We're doing a lot of stupid shit on the compilation video, like eating hot foods. But you'll also see that clip of me whipping that throw burrito off of his face. That was a pretty fun event. Beer vaccine. Craig says beer vaccine. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to vaccinate myself from beer. Well, since we're talking about COVID, but yeah, hey, make sure you go ahead and check out the compilation video. You don't have to send me any presents for Christmas. Just go ahead, if you could, watch that video on YouTube in its entirety. You'll see a lot of fun stuff over the last year. And please leave me a comment. That really helps me out. But one of the things is when I go back and I do these year in reviews, it's not everything, but it's a lot of stuff. I just kind of use that editing session to kind of look at my channel on the whole. And so we're going to be making some changes, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But overall, it was a blast. It was a great time. Thank you for all of you that supported, watched it, commented. It's good to see you on there, Nate. It was a fun, interesting year because I still can't travel internationally like I want to. You can travel throughout the states and stuff like that, but I feel like there's a lot between here and Las Vegas and Arizona like I did, but I just can't travel internationally like I'd want to. And, I'm going to wait till this thing is over. Nate said he has COVID. He had COVID, so glad he's doing okay. I actually got my booster shot, Nate.
Oh!
Hey, boost me up. Dude, the way I look at it, I feel like it's a big thing of politics out there. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think a lot of people out there just don't want to get a lot of the stuff because they don't want to, the other side is for it, so they don't want to agree with the other side. I truly think that. For me, I'm indifferent. I want to travel the world, so shoot me up. I'll take the free healthcare and then some. So I got a free booster. But I will tell you this, Nate. I felt really weird.
Yeah, they're putting the live virus into your body. But hey, that's an extra layer of precaution and protection for you.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just gonna, that's just how it's gonna be. Like the polio vaccine and vaccines that I remember when I went to Africa, I must have got 10 vaccines in one day.
Yeah.
That was crazy, but the boosters is good, and I'm good to go, and Nate is good to go. Nate, enough with all the bullshit and talk. Let's get into the beer, huh?
Hey, man, this
Hold
first
on.
one, I'm not going to drop it here, but the first one I've been waiting to try for a long time.
Yeah, how long?
Since last year.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember people. I was on. Actually, it was actually on Twitter, as a matter of fact, and people were posting it, and they're making a big deal about it last holiday season. I just never got around to getting it, but now that obviously doing this show, opportunity in the holiday season to review it, so people love it. There's a craze over it. It's a fresh beer that the whole purpose of it is to be drank very quickly. It's supposed to be brewed and drank within this holiday season, which is quite unique. And I think that's why people go nuts over it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it too. Hey, look, Stuart, and this goes to everybody watching. I'm not telling you to or not to do it. I'm just telling you my personal opinion. And I listen, I respect everybody's decision, truthfully. Like, really, I don't really, whatever you want to do is your choice, and I respect that. So let's be real clear on that, because that's why we're now the divided states of America. And to be honest, I was just telling you my story. But hey, Marissa, hold on. Buenos tardes. But Nate, I'm excited too, not only because, well, let's see, one thing, if you had COVID, get tested to see if you got the antibodies, but that is all right. Yeah, well, I just go ahead and eat the honey that my friend Stuart, the beekeeper, gave me, and I'm real good. No, Nate, how did you catch it?
On a whim.
And on the whim.
Accidentally.
Drinking beer.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah.
But Nate, I too am really excited about this because I'm excited about this brewery. They put out amazing stuff. This beer probably is going to be fantastic. What's the alcohol percentage on this?
6.8.
6.8. Okay, so we're dealing with a little pop here. We got a nice little 12-ounce can. And guys, I'm bringing it in, the Sierra Nevada Celebration Fresh Hop IPA. Go ahead, look at that baby, huh?
This thing. I like the can. It still has that Sierra Nevada kind of vibe to it, but look at how pronounced the IPA is on that. I love that. It's cool.
Yeah. This is, and they're going to do something really good. And we're going to get into that in a minute, but Nate's going to talk. What's that? Who was she? There you go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. let the jokes fly, guys. This is a beer show, okay?
That's right.
If you want that other stuff, try somebody else's YouTube channel. This is the Sierra Nevada Celebration IPA. Let's go ahead and crack it open, Nate. What do you smell?
You know what, though? Speaking of which, I hate to go back to COVID, but my sense of smell has not come back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm curious if I'm going to thank you, Barrow. Appreciate that. You're the man. Hold on.
Let me walk you through this like I do each and every week here on the show. Nothing?
I mean, it's so weird because I can probably smell 5%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, well, let me talk to you about it, what it is. Right away, I smell some type of like fruity, but not citric fruit. I smell kind of like a forest fruit, like a cherry or some type of berry. I don't know if that has something to do with the hops, but it's very berry kind of smelling. It's not very hoppy, citric, hazy kind of smell. Smells good. Let's go ahead and pour this sucker in a cup, glass, and we will see what
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
this is what I expected the color to be. It almost matches the can.
Yeah, it's got that really nice kind of amber.
Yep.
Scarlet.
Almost looks like a red ale.
Yeah, is that considered a scarlet ale?
That's a great question, buddy.
Mine looks like a root beer.
Yeah, mine looks more of I don't know. It's
a really delicious sweet smell to it.
Man, I really wish I could smell it. I just cannot. It's so weird.
Oh, this is nice. Hey, Nate, good to have you back, partner. I
Cheers.
missed you here.
Oh,
Cheers.
look at you. You're going the opposite way too.
No, I got you. Oh, I am. I switched it. I switched it today. Hey, go back to Gary. Maybe you'll. Okay, cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Yes. What's up, Gary? All right, here we go.
All right, so I had Frank ask me, can I still taste it? I'll tell you right now. Oh, yeah, I can taste that.
Oh, yeah, that's smooth.
That is, I mean.
That is a clean, that is like.
So for me, I'm not a huge red beer fan. There's something about it. It's maybe a little bit too malty for me. So I was expecting somewhat to maybe not like this. But it's not, it doesn't have that kind of burnt, roasted, do you know that kind of flavor profile that typically comes with an amber, right? I don't get that kind of roasted chestnut kind of flavor, whatever that is. It tastes way more like an IPA than a red ale. Obviously.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There is a bit of maltiness, and that's what I was referring to earlier. It's like a sweet berry kind of flavor. It's very clean. It's very crisp. It goes down really smooth. This I feel like this might be an IPA that non-IPA drinkers like. It doesn't have a lot of hoppiness going on, but I could be wrong. But I'm not tasting it right now. I don't know. I'm not.
I'm getting hops, but I don't know if I'm overcompensating for my lack of taste right now. But I wish I didn't have this impairment because I'm sure it tastes a lot stronger than what I'm getting at the moment.
Well, we'll get through it, and you'll be back on it before you know it, dude. And then you can get some older stuff. But yeah, it's good, guys. If you're just hopping on, this is what we're having: the Celebration Fresh Hop IPA.
What a great name, by the way. Celebration.
Yeah. It's got some good hoppiness to it, but it doesn't overpower you. It's got a sweetness to it that I like. Looking forward to going ahead and scoring this one. Once again, first sip, Sierra Nevada knocks it out of the park. You just know that it's going to be good. You know what else is going to be good? I'm wearing the 716. Are you from Nate? Do you know what the 716 is?
It is the area code in Buffalo.
Yeah, baby. All right. I'm going back to Buffalo tomorrow. I'm excited. We're going to be doing a bunch of just one beers because, if you go back into the catalog of my videos, you'll be able to see a lot of just one beer shows that I did when I go home. You see, the thing is, when I go home, I stay with my folks. I'm still not married. I have no children, so I stay home, and I don't have much to do. I don't have to wake up for work. So we do just one beer just about every night. It's a lot of fun, and looking forward to going back and doing that again. So look for that. We'll be doing some more holiday beers. We're going to be doing a fun one. We're going to be driving around in a Buffalo Bills school bus, broadcasting live.
Uh-oh. What's that going to be like?
I don't know. I have no idea. Looking forward to it, though. But the one I'm really looking forward to is next week. Guys, it's our number one watched video. It is Nate is chicken shit. He's already making excuses. He's already saying, I can't do it, man. I'm married. I can't do that. It's no cool. But next Sunday, not only am I bringing my childhood best friend BC back on the show, but we are doing Edward 40 Hands again. So look forward to that.
If you don't know, strapped to your wrists.
No, to your hands.
To your hand. Even worse. So you can't pee.
You can't pee. So you're in this weird kind of flux where you I got to drink it fast, but then you get smashed. So you got to be careful.
Well, that's the conundrum. If you take it too slow, right, it's just eventually gonna catch up to you. But if you go too fast, then you're gonna have to pee too often.
Yeah. It really hasn't really been culturally given the credit due. I think it was popular a couple of years ago. Happy 40 Hands.
Any credit, dude. What are you talking about?
But you will see it. You will see it on season 2 of Cobra Kai.
They do it?
The pudgy guy at the party in the last episode. He's walking around with 2 40s duct taped on his hands. And if you don't know about Edward 40 Hands, you'd never be able to spot it. But I spotted it right away. It was great.
Keg on the shoulder action.
Okay, what about keg on the shoulder? You know what, Frank? That was a disaster, dude. that show, I was like slouched like this. I was slurring. That show was a mess, dude. That was one of the first Oktoberfest where we had the Marzahn keg, which is still in my fridge. But yeah, I got to be careful with that one. In the meantime,
look up your sweater there.
Oh, this is from Let It Snow, Let It Snow. This is what's his name? Olga?
I don't know his name. Olaf.
Olaf, yeah. Olaf the
I don't
snowman.
know his name, and then I scream it out. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Hey, last year, remember I read the Olaf Christmas book in your old house on Clandera. This is truly a it was a disaster. It was a disaster, dude. All right, this is what we're drinking. Nate, going in for another one.
Oh no, what happened?
Yeah, it's really tasty. It's on par with the way that Sierra Nevada does everything. I feel like Sierra Nevada, it's just like it's how an IPA should taste. It's how a pale ale should taste. They're just really well built. And like when you drink it, the complexity, it's not all frayed off in your mind and where your taste buds are and stuff. You're literally drinking just a solid, good beer. And this Celebration IPA, Nate, you said it's really popular. Man, this one is really freaking good, man.
Yeah,
really.
It's a good beer, and it's just another beer added to a great lineup by Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, what was the one I went and got? I'm looking at the catalog right now. I went back to the store and I got some more St. Archer immediately after we drank it. The holiday IPA.
Dude, I got a little issue going on here with the.
What's going on?
I got a little problem with the production.
Reduction? Are you cooking?
No, like I'm trying to control some things here, and it's all screwed up. I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to take over. I got it. Cheers, Marissa. All right, guys, let's go on to the next thing. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about two things on the channel. One is you may be seeing within the next week me addressing a comment that you put in like 6 months ago or a year ago or something like that. If you're wondering, like, wow, Danny's just answering this now. I have no idea. Yeah, I love to Olaf. How can they judge the beers with this impairment? Yeah, I know. We're going to have to go back to and weigh on me a little bit on this one. But it doesn't matter. He's here. He's drinking. He's having fun. But I found this weird thing that YouTube does. I found it on the analytical section of basically, hey, there he is.
Sorry about that, guys. All right, now I'm all good.
I found this weird section of like, gosh, man, probably like 100 different comments that were hidden from the mainstream that I had to approve. They might sometimes have a word in them, or if you got flagged before, they hold your thing. So yeah, thanks, Frank. That is Buffalo, baby. I am excited to go home. So if you're getting a comment answered from a few months ago or last year, just I just didn't see it. I just found a catalog of about 100 different comments. So that was pretty exciting. Another thing I want to talk to you about is what the channel will look like next year. Okay, so look, this is a lot of stuff I go back and forth with. I'm trying to put out the videos that I like to do. My why that I've done this, why I started this, was to be a creator. If you watch the show, you know that I was an actor and I still am. But YouTube gives me a chance to go ahead and create videos, create and entertain people. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you so much for giving me this platform. But the way that I look at it is you got your network, and your network is YouTube. And the channel is the Danny Soleil Show. And then I have a few different shows, the Travel Man Dan Show, the Food Friday, the Reading Man Dan, and the weekly beer and video review show. So the first thing that you're going to see a little bit different is The weekly beer and video review show will be changed to just the weekly beer review show. The reason being is we talk about the videos maybe 5 to 10% of the whole show, where we talk about all the other stuff. And so I felt like the show also bringing in the value of Nate, having everyone, hey, Martin. And, I just feel like the emphasis really wasn't in the title on the word for the video. Now, look, we're still going to talk about the videos. I'm going to bring it up just like I do each and every show. It's just not going to be in the title anymore. So it's going to be the weekly beer review show, with or without. We're probably going to do the without, and then just the weekly beer and video review show. So hopefully you'll be able to, make that quick jump. It's not a huge drastic change. Nothing else is changing. Here's the other thing. Instead of what about Nate, can you get on here for a minute? Do you hear this ball buster? Medea video.
We never got to a conclusion onto what the hell happened there.
You know what? I'm going to get to this in a little bit later. We never did get a thing, but I'm going to get to this towards the end, and I'm going to address Medea and her movies, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about something a little bit later. But I just wanted to get through this part. Also, too, don't be surprised if you start to see the travel being very specific, where I travel to different breweries around the United States and eventually around the world. So I'm still going to be Travel Man Dan, still going to go out and show you cool things, obscure different stuff. So we consider doing a weekly alcohol show that you can, we can play with that. Maybe we'll do some, basically liquor and stuff like that. But I really want to kind of really focus in on what I'm traveling. Now, look, if I go to a place like Vietnam, or if I go to another place that I really want to go to, like Sicily, you're going to get a week's worth of Sicily videos. But we're really trying to kind of pinpoint and focus the audience, and it's going to be like beer, travel, and food. You go to the brewery, you travel to the brewery. Okay, so what if you're thinking about traveling? You guys need to review one of them before tour wraps up. And you're like, where do I go to, try the best IPA in Kansas City? Boom, Boulevard. I'll give you a little tour of Kansas City. I'll give you a tour of the brewery. There'll be a Food Friday video. And we're going to be doing only 2 videos a month. Okay, Reading Man Dan's going to get shelved for a little bit. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to be doing it. We're just going to rework it. So stay tuned for that in 2022. There's going to be 2 videos a month, 1 travel, 1 food. Looking forward to that. And I just wanted to let you guys all know that. Okay, I'll shut up now and I'll get nice, Frank. Frank, you're always welcome here, man. You can say whatever you want. Nate, how's it going over there?
What's going on, man?
There was some chatter earlier about because you can't smell anything or taste anything, that you wouldn't be able to properly judge the beer.
I mean, it's not incorrect, but I can taste enough that I don't think it's hindering me too much.
What would you eat? A dumpling turd?
A what?
A dumpling turd.
For the right amount of money, sure, I'll eat anything.
How much, guys? How much?
One of my dog's pieces of poop?
Yeah, because if ever there was a time, good for you making the updates to your channel. Great work. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, see, you recognize where you're headed and what you like to do. And,
recognize real.
You recognize real. I just want to be a little more specific in my intentions. And look, if I'm going to a new city, you're still going to get the travel video. It's just going to be a part of that thing. So don't worry. Not much is going to change, but you're going to be able to see it. Also, too, one of the things was I'm not going to try to speed and crank out videos because I want to take a little more time. And I feel like a traditional TV show, if I put 12 or 13 episodes out per year, that's a season of that show. So it's a season of Travel Man Dan. It's a season of Food Friday with 12 to 13 videos that I can really take my time and craft the video to being better. The small things like B-roll and using voiceover and things like that. Still waiting for episode 2. Stuart, you may get it, buddy. I was just talking to my friend who invited me to South Dakota this summer. So I might do a North Dakota, South Dakota trip. That might be my United States summer trip. So, we're going to be talking, and I would love to revisit the beer making process. Hey, Nate, this is what we're drinking. It's the Sierra Nevada Celebration Fresh Hop IPA. How you liking it?
Love it. Love it. Thank God it's not for me smelling it, but tasting it, love it.
Do you taste anything? I mean, I oftentimes
I definitely taste the beer. There's no doubt about it. The smell is not there though. Yeah. I like it. I will drink this again. Every holiday, I will buy a 6-pack of this.
Yeah, I think I might buy another one. One of the things I will say, I did a major faux pas, my friend. Major faux pas.
What did you do?
I washed the glass with an old sponge. And you know how after you wash it, sometimes it still smells like sponge and it tastes?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't wash my dishes.
Oh, that's right. Well, you got a dishwasher. Good old TMD over here still hand washes them.
So what'd you do?
Well, sometimes when you use like a sponge and you wash your dishes and then you rinse it and then you have the taste or the smell of that sponge, the toothpaste. That's how Nate knew he had COVID.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up because I was concerned I had COVID, and I want to say it was last Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. And I woke up and I brushed my teeth, knowing that I just changed my toothpaste and made a comment about it 2 days before, and I couldn't taste anything. I was like, "Shit, I got COVID."
I remember that, yeah, because you were talking to me and you're like, "Man, I don't feel good." And I was like, "You should go get tested." And you're like, "Yeah, I'm going to go tomorrow." And that's when I talked to you. Hey, HSB, thank you. I thank you for making our day. Guys, I don't know. I haven't seen Calvin in a while. I hope he's doing well. You're out there. Right. Well, yeah, I haven't seen Calvin. I hope he's doing well. We miss you, Calvin. But it's time to move on, and it's time for a little good news, Nate. Go ahead and
my friend.
Bring up that picture, baby.
Boom.
Boom. Look at that. I know what you're thinking. Is that Lando Calrissian? No, that's not.
Lando Calrissian.
That is not. But it's sure.
Jedi?
I know. It looks like him. And no, he's not drinking Colt 45. This is not Billy D. Williams. This right here, okay, take a look at the surroundings before I start reading that, okay? That is just like some debris in the background. You see some work trucks in there. This is right here is a guy, and following the recent flurry of tornadoes in Mayfield, Kentucky, it was all hands to the grill as nonprofits and individuals alike fired up their barbecues to feed people. This right here, this man is Jim Finch. And Jim Finch went ahead and did that. He figured, I'll do what I can do. And he's a man who, for no other reason than that, people were in need, loaded his truck up with food, water, and a barbecue grill, and drove to Mayfield, Kentucky to serve other people. Now, the tornadoes devastated thousands of people. They knocked down buildings, knocked out power, and thereby refrigeration and restaurant services in the town. Local reporter found Finch on a particularly devastated roadside, having driven in half an hour to cook for food for residents. I know they don't have electricity, he said, so that means they don't have no electric, no restaurants, no running water. So I just figured I'd do what I can. I show up with some food and some water. I love that, man. Nate, this guy's awesome, dude. Hats off to you, Mr. Jim Finch. Welcome, first of all, to the show, Bubba. I saw you on here, and let's just basically just any one of us, just a regular person. If you haven't seen the tornadoes that went through the United States, it devastated Mayfield, Kentucky. It just flattened everything. Just like you've never seen anything quite like this. Good to see you, Barrow. Hope all is good in India. Yeah, India. And
one more look at this guy. There he is.
Yeah, dude. Dude, this guy basically ponied up his own money, took his grill from his backyard, and drove out and just started cooking food because he knew people of this town didn't have like a hot meal and stuff like that. So, this goes to a big thing that what we're about here. Times are tough for everybody right now. Muster up. Get yourself together and do what you can do to help out. And that's just what Jim Finch did. And Jim Finch, you are a good man. So God bless him. And I hope many good things come your way because of this.
Hey, man, you know what? It's a great thing that this one individual is doing, but the fact that it's uncommon and is such a big deal is a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. I'm not gonna lie about that. But one of the things you got to kind of look at is like, you know what, it puts a little faith back in humanity. Makes it look like, you know, guys, we're all human. We're all in this together. Here's one guy. He's not working for a corporation. He's not getting paid for it. He did it out of the kindness. The reason I found out about this story, Nate, was somebody saw him and took a picture and put him on Twitter.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah. So
I mean, hey, listen, and anytime people can have an opportunity to do well, he didn't seem like a guy that was doing it for any other reason than wanting to help people. Yeah.
So, you know, hopefully you understand that and it kind of inspires you and catches on. But moving on from good news, I'm finished with my beer, but I'll wait till Nate's done before we score it. I want to do show and tell. Guys, now you see Nate's new studio. It's fantastic. I love it. I love the beer sign in the back, pops. I love the lights on the plants, the Christmas vintage kind of ceramic that's off to his left right there. That's right. And really cool studio. He's getting comfortable. He's starting to feel good. Unfortunately, the lease is up on this bar. So, you know, I've always paid my rent, and you know, I've never had a problem paying rent. And but unfortunately, the thing is I you know, I got to move on. So I'm moving to another bar, another studio bar. It's going to be right down the street, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be very. I kind of crafted this one myself. I actually built it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But one of the things I wanted to show you is each and every week that I do bottles, I put them in this beer nuts thing. Okay. Now you can see before there was overflowing. Now they're kind of empty and there's about a half full. That's because I made a little accent for the bar that I'm going to be moving on. And check it out, guys. This is going to be hanging up on the new bar. Okay. I got 3 of these that I've made that are about 10 feet. Okay, so they're going to be like hanging from the bar and you'll be able to see it. But these are actually beers that I did here on the show. So, excuse me. So this is kind of cool. Hey, Patrick, what's up, my man? Welcome. Good to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so happy to see you. Happy holidays to you and the family. And really appreciate you stopping by. But check this out. I made this little thing. It's going to be accented on the bar. Nate's bar needs some memorabilia. Yes. You know what, Martin? You would be an ultimate. You already an ultimate stud. I know what you mean by that. If I see a Randall Cunningham jersey on that friggin' wall in a week, happy holidays, man.
Randall Cunningham.
So you got to understand something about Martin. Martin is a memorabilia like a collector. Like
really?
Yeah, he's like a professional at
for sports.
Yeah. That's who sent me the Jim Kelly signed jersey.
Oh wow! All right, we're closing the loop here. All right, Martin, that's pretty awesome.
So he said Nate's bar needs some memorabilia.
Oh, okay. There we go. Well, listen, I'm a fan of all Philadelphia sports. Martin, wink, wink.
Ooh.
What are you booing, dude?
You got one teams. Good thing going for you.
You got 2 teams, dude. 2.
You got one good thing going on in Philly, and that's the hockey mascot.
Gritty?
Yeah. Dude,
what about actually the Fanatic? You know,
I was gonna say
the Fanatic needs to be here somewhere.
To be honest with you, you know what? Oh, he said he got you, Martin, dude. I'll tell you what. Philly actually has some good. I missed. Yeah, dude, Barrow. That's so crazy.
How does Barrow remember?
No, you know what, Barrow? That's funny that you mentioned that because I ran into that weird section of comments and I just answered back to his comment like 6 months ago. But anyway, it's funny because Philadelphia does have the mascot game on point. Like the Fanatic is pretty.
Look at all the names: Flyers is unique to Philadelphia. Phillies is unique to Philadelphia. Sixers is unique to Philadelphia. The only one that isn't are the Eagles, right? So they're mascots that they're other level mascots.
No, I'm just saying they're mascots. The hockey guy looks insane, dude.
He's like this all the time.
when you look at that, yeah, there you go. Crank it up a little bit. His eyes, dude. Guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go ahead.
You know what? I can show everybody here.
Yeah, please do. Bring up a clip of this insane bastard. This guy's nuts, dude. And then every time the Philadelphia Flyers,
there he is, dude. He is
bring him up, Nate. Let's take a look at this silly guy. All right, this little sizzle chest here. This guy's nuts. Okay, do you know Condor? Condor is pretty cool. What do you... It's like
look at this one, dude.
No, dude, it's like if Ernie stayed home and got into acid and just never came out of his house and grew a beard.
Look at this thing, dude. What the hell is that?
Dude, no, look at this one. This one right here. His mouth's wide open. It's literally like, oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, the face, dude. Look at this thing.
He's on fire, dude. He's on fire. It's literally like if Ernie stayed home and grew a beard and got into drugs and like just came out, like, he's really nuts. But anyway, so yeah, check it out. One of the things I like, you're going to see some really cool ones like this one. Look at the Angkor. Okay, from Cambodia.
From Cambodia?
Yeah. But I'll give you a little tour. I'll give you a tour of a little bit. So when you see it up there, I don't even remember some of these ones that are like.
What's the green one on the end that has nothing?
Yeah, some of them I don't even remember. There's the red one I don't remember. There it is. We get 30 in a row.
Dude, you know what? That's not a bad idea for the tattoo. What is that one right there? Oh, you got the Becky's. There's a Sierra Nevada. Which one's that?
It's tough to tell because they use a lot of the same cap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the bottle. So, but you'll be able to see it down the hall at the new space. That's today's show and tell. All right. Slam it down. Let's go ahead and score this puppy. The Celebration IPA.
I really like this beer, man. I only got one. I want to go out and get a couple more.
Bubba, I hope you're feeling better, man. I know you're here.
Bubba asked me a couple of questions before I should have answered.
Yeah, let's go back to Bubba. I don't want to put him on blast because this might not be public info. But, Bubba, I just wanted to say I hope you're feeling better, bro.
Yeah, and I am feeling better. Thank you for asking. Thank you, Marissa, for the comment on the studio. Appreciate it. Martin's right. Probably need some. I was about to say paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia.
Anyway, good, man.
Moving on, it's time to score, guys. Time to go ahead and whip this sucker up. All right. I think the taste. All right. I'm gonna carry the weight for Nate. The taste is great. Sierra Nevada, like I said before, they just have a solid format of doing things. When you taste their beer, it's really complex. There's a lot of things going on there. Or maybe they just use really good product. I'm not sure what it is, but the taste is sensational. As I drift more and more into more sips of this beer, I tasted more of the essence of like that hop that really kind of signifies Sierra Nevada. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. It had some sweet little cherry taste to it. But overall, I enjoyed this beer. I think it's an excellent beer to try, especially around the holidays. They can throw in a lot of spicy, weird things around the holidays, nutmegs and cinnamons that can kind of alter that and make the beer disgusting. This beer did not do that. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.5.
A 4.5?
I'm freaking nuts.
Yeah, so I also think it's a really exceptional tasting beer. I thought maybe I can read a little clip from a review that I read. We wanted to brew a beer that really featured what we love most about hops. So we chose to brew this beer only with hops that have been freshly harvested, so the most amazing flavors and aromas can really shine. Hop harvest season is a special time we look forward to every year. So this beer, as I mentioned before, this is a seasonal offering. It's only about 2 or 3 months old. The expectation is this thing gets brewed and you should be drinking it within 6 months. You can taste, in my opinion, the freshness of this beer.
Yeah.
It is hop forward, but I wouldn't say it's hop forward. You know how it's typically either there's a line drawn in the sand between the piney and the citrus and tropical, right? I don't taste the line. Like it's not as pronounced as you would expect. It's just hoppy overall. So for me, 4.0, I really like the beer. I think it's great.
Nice. Yeah, and one thing I definitely respect about Sierra Nevada is the quality that they use. And Nate, let's go on a little brewery tour. We're going to go ahead and show you a little bit about Sierra Nevada that we were supposed to do 15 minutes ago.
3, 2, 1.
There you go. Boom. It's right. A couple of things about the video that I want to go ahead. Obviously, you see Sierra Nevada, massive producer of beer. They had a huge factory. They were one of the first big beer companies to go ahead and go all solar. So you saw a shot in there. And I'll go ahead and post these on our socials so you can check them out later. But they go ahead and they use a lot of solar power to go ahead and kind of leave a lesser of a carbon footprint, which is cool. And then you saw that guy, that older man, I don't know, he's probably in his late 50s. That's Ken Grossman. Okay, he's like the godfather of craft beer, if you don't know. You saw how they bottled things and the distribution is set up for worldwide globalization. They're a huge mega conglomerate. They set the standard for a lot of people. They were one of the first. One of the things I will say is when you look at did you notice this, Nate? Their restaurant, like area bar, whatever. It reminds me of a Perkins in 1987.
Dude, I just had a conversation recently about Friendlies. Remember Friendlies?
yeah.
I feel like we need Friendlies and Perkins.
Yeah. Yeah, we still got Denny's, but Denny's. I think the last time I was at Denny's, I was caught in an altercation between rival gangs in Hollywood, and a chair literally went flying over my head between a couple of cholos that were fighting late night, and I vowed never to go to Denny's again. So anyway, I just hopefully we'll be able to get a chance to get up there, possibly even this year. I would love to get into that place.
Chico?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Oh, where is Chico?
Chico.
Chico's up north. Yeah.
Is it San Francisco or north of that?
Just north. I guess it'll be northeast of that.
So it's inland.
A little bit, like again, north of Sacramento.
Gotcha.
The Chico Heat was their minor league baseball team.
I like that. I love minor league baseball names.
Some that I knew about
Not
baseball.
a bad idea for naming beers, actually.
There's the Visalia Nuts.
There's one right there.
Going on the price. Dave, what did you pay for this can?
This is $2.49.
$2.49. Not bad. I feel like if it's such a special can, it only comes out a few times, maybe once a year. $2.50 for a can, not bad. If you're going to buy a 6-pack, still not bad. You're going to be in there for about 12. Is it $12? Yeah, less than that. What?
Ish.
Yeah. So not bad. I think the price is good. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm going 3.5 as well. I think it's fairly priced. It's nothing aggressive or anything like that. For what you're getting, I think it's fair, but it's not an exceptional price either. So 3.5 for me.
Perfect. All right, design. We love the design. I mean, one thing I really like about it, they kept this they kept the Sierra Nevada kind of rolled up scroll thingy. If you can take a look at it, but let's take a closer look at it. If you see the Christmas thing going on there, hold on, let me. Yeah, there it is. I just feel like, you know what? Can you take a good look at that? See that?
It's a log cabin.
Yeah, I feel like when I look at this like log cabin, but just the way that it's presented, I feel like I'm walking and I've shrunken down to the smallest person in the world, and I'm going and hanging out in my mother's little ceramic Christmas village. That's what I feel like when I watch this and look at it. I feel like you're looking at a ceramic Christmas village, and it looks like a lot of fun. It looks cozy. It looks quaint. I love their can. I love the colors. I love that it is pronounced IPA. It's not hard to find the alcohol percentage. I'm giving it a 4.0.
4.0?
Yeah.
So I'm curious, Danny, is that log cabin in here, is that on the pale ale version without snow?
Well, that's a good question, Nathan.
You know what? I got their website here. I'll pull it up in a little bit. But for my score for the style, again, much like Danny, I really like this beer. I love the simplicity of Sierra Nevada. They do a great job of maintaining their style, their image. I love that they put on every single can and bottle, family owned, operated, and argued over. It's my favorite line in all of beer.
That's cool.
I love that. I love that they have the like Danny said, the pronounced IPA. Those three letters are standing out in white against that red color, which is basically the color of the beer. This is a great can overall. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Ooh, 4.5. All right, accessibility. Look, of the holiday IPAs, I think it's super accessible. Yeah. I think you're going to be able to find this for about a month anywhere in the United States. I think that's pretty good. I think that because they can do that it falls into a weird little subcategory. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and give it one of the highest accessibility scores I've ever given a beer because of what it is, a holiday ale, and the way that you can get it. I'm giving it a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4.0.
Whoa.
Because, so the majority of the beers, this is the tough part about this. We review macros, we review craft beers, and sometimes we need to make decisions so we don't ping a particular brewer too much because they are small or local, right? But Sierra Nevada is in that weird kind of area of they're not a macro, but they are a mass distributor, right? Yeah. So you can go into northern New York, upstate New York, and easily find almost any Sierra Nevada offering. They're out of California. I bet you can do the same thing in Florida. Now, when you get out of the States, I don't know. I think it probably ends at the pale ale. But it's hard for me to ding them. So accessibility, I'm going to go a 4.0.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And let's go to TMD X Factor. For the fact that it's Sierra Nevada, it is the OG. It is it tastes delicious. Love their company. It's not too far from me, maybe like 6-7 hours. Just really knocked it home. I'm going to go ahead and give their TMD X Factor a 4.0 just because it's the holidays. We're back. We're reviewing this. I've always wanted to try it. It's got a bitchin' can. Great price. Going ahead and give it a 4.0.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.0 for mine too. I would like to possibly go back to this beer.
What do you mean?
I'd like to drink it again.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you know
yeah.
What I mean? Like, I'd like to drink it again and review it again. So I don't know if we need to wait an entire year for that, but it's that good that I'd like to try to have all my senses to try and redo this. But overall, X Factor 4.0 for me. It hits the majority of the things I look for. I like the look of it. I really appreciate the brewer. I like what they're doing in the segment that they're doing it. And I like the fact that they're focusing singularly on the holiday season, and the beer expires after that holiday season. So that's a big deal for me, 4.0.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. All right, Nate. Well, I gave it a great score of a 19.5.
Almost as good as my 20.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, a standout score, guys. Definitely a beer that I think you should try. Definitely something that, if you're interested in holiday beers, I think it's a good start. I think that you can't go wrong with this one. And, I gave it a 19.5. Nate gave it a 20. If you ever get a chance to go ahead and give it a shot yourself, find it. You know our scorecard. We go off of these 5 things. Obviously, you're not going to be the TMD X factor. Maybe you're the Frank X factor, or the Bubba factor, or whatever, the Barrow factor. Just send us, hit us up. Tell us what you think. We'd love to hear from you. But this is the Sierra Nevada Celebration Fresh IPA. Beautiful, baby.
Really good beer, man. It really is. Like, when it comes to these holiday beers so far, as you guys can see over here, I got a couple more that we'll be drinking. But so far, I think it's my favorite one.
Okay, all right. Well, it's time for another one, Nate. You just never know. And this one is from one of my favorite breweries.
What brewery is that?
Widely distributed breweries in the United States and throughout the world. They own Omni Gang. They own a bunch of different other.
I didn't know they
they own a bunch of other smaller breweries. They are one of the forefront people. They put out a holiday ale. It is a fun stuff. I'm not sure what to try or what it's going to taste like. It's another holiday ale, like I said. And I'm talking about Boulevard Brewing Company, the Nutcracker Winter Warmer Ale. Look at that, baby. Oh, it's sweating. It's so cold. Okay. Yeah, looking forward to it. So let's go ahead. We got the red bottle opener. Nate, let's crack this sucker open. I know you won't be able to smell it, but I'll try.
Can I guess the smell before you tell me what it is?
Sure.
Oh, man, can I get anything in there?
Okay.
Cinnamon?
Yeah, you know what? I do smell a little bit of holiday spice, whether that's cinnamon or nutmeg. I can't really distinguish, but I definitely smell it where I didn't smell it for the celebration. I like the bottle, cool looking. I like it, huh, Maris? All right. Well, let's go ahead. There it is, the Nutcracker Winter Warmer Ale. Let's go ahead and pour this in. It's probably going to be much like the same color.
Yeah, I'm guessing a lot of these are going to be that reddish. I mean, that's what the holiday season is, right?
That's right. We're going to call me Chris Kringle?
I was going to call it Christmas, but I forgot that we canceled that.
We didn't cancel Christmas.
You and I didn't.
So then it works on this channel. You can say Merry Christmas at any time. We ain't canceling shit. Look at that. That is beautiful looking. Okay, that is a nice looking ale right there. Low carbonation, not a lot of head. All right, give it a good smell. It's got a weird little alley taste to it that's different. That's a weird.
The longest pour in history.
I know what's going on, dude. You might need.
I'm taking my time. I'm enjoying it.
I'm taking my time back to you, babe. All right, here we go. Nate. Ting.
You know what? We need to. The fact that we're not good at it is kind of endearing. Dates.
Whoa.
A lot of dates.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
Like fig.
Yes. So pour me some figgy pudding. Oh, pour me some figgy pudding.
Toffee? There's a bit of toffee in there?
There's something going on in there that's like a fruity, like you said, dryness to it. The ale you can taste, it's always on the underlying of it, but it is definitely very, very flavorful. Not very carbonated, very smooth going down. It's not hoppy at all. Yeah, first sip, not bad. Don't hate it. Just throws me off, and possibly it could be the dates. Let's investigate. Nate, what's your first sip like?
It's definitely got that red ale kind of body to it. I'd call it medium bodied. On the palate, it's not too heavy, right? But it has those typical holiday notes. You're going to have probably a caramel or some sort of molasses, date, fig, dried fruit. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. One thing I did notice about the bottle, and I wanted to ask you if you researched it. I couldn't find anything. What the hell's Ryan Newcomer?
Where do you see that?
It's on the top label.
I was just going to ask you. I got
So,
Stephen Marshall.
So really? All right. So this whole time, I thought Ryan Newcomer was any beer that Boulevard did post 2015 because it has a date on there. It says since 2015. So I was like, is that what that means? That this is a newer beer? But you have a completely different name.
Again, it says since 2021. So what I think it is it's an employee. It's a salute to the employee.
And if that's it, that's cool.
That's very cool. I really think that I think they go ahead and they say, you know what, Stephen Marshall, he's he's from Topeka and he's been working here since April 2021 and he's in purchasing. Let's put him on.
We're putting his name on a bottle.
I mean, can you imagine the intricacy, the level of like depth that this company put in? Like, imagine if you worked there and you had your bottle. That'd be. I would be.
You know what? It makes me appreciate the brewer even more.
Yes,
they're doing the little things to take care of the people that make things happen for them.
Yeah, which isn't like he said, them's the workers, but it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's not that difficult to do, you know. But I love it. If them's the workers is
issues to it, but it's worth it if you're doing it for the right people, right?
Wonderful. Just like the next segment, what would you rather, Nate? Hey, are you guys ready for what would you rather? What would you rather? You can go ahead and tell me now down in the description over there, or you can wait till the show is over and let me know. That also helps the algorithm, and I will get to it this week and answer back. But what would you rather? This show is going to be really fun. So you can answer back, but you got to answer one of these. And it's kind of like Christmas themed, kind of holiday themed. So let's go with the first one. I'm going to give you a ticket. Where would you rather go? It's another really cold place. They probably don't speak your language unless you're from there right you're watching right now. But it is also the biggest lake in the world. And I'm talking about Lake Baikal in Russia. Take a look at that sucker, all right? That sucker right there is frozen over right now. Lake Baikal,
what are those white dots?
It's this weird thing where the air bubbles are the icicles reverted and frozen. It's a really bizarre thing, but it also is the deepest lake in the world, okay, which is kind of cool. You know, I grew up on the Great Lakes, so I kind of like that kind of stuff. But another really neat, interesting thing about it is during the wintertime, you know, Russians like hockey. So it turns into, well, not that, but there's another great, awesome place. It turns into, oh, we don't have it here. I thought I had it. Okay, must not have transferred. But it turns into the largest ice skating hockey rink in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's okay. It's all right.
I thought I had it, but apparently not. Maybe it just didn't carry over. What would you rather, Barrow?
Let's go Lake.
Let's go Lake. All right. It's pretty impressive, okay? Or would you rather go to a place that I cannot wait to go and see? And I'm talking about Denali National Park in Alaska. Holy crap. I mean, essentially, they kind of look like
the size of that mirror.
I know. They kind of look like the same place almost, you know? I spy. Look at those mountains. I mean,
that thing is just.
That is just the fact that, like, that it's that cold in the air and that keeps that much snow on the mountain. But then the lake and the forest are just as green as ever. It's just, look at the glass. You're going to see all kinds of bears and moose and like real wildlife up there in Alaska. That one's a tough one to pass up, guys. For me, I've always wanted to see Alaska. It's one of the 6 states I've never been to. So hopefully I'll get a chance to see it. I definitely want to see Russia, and I like to see the deepest lake in the world. But if I have a chance, Marissa's right. Both are beautiful. Both are amazing. Lake-tastic, says Frank. I'm going with Denali National in Alaska.
I'm going to do the Russia one just because it's Russia. I feel like it's easier for me to get to Alaska, right? Even though it's not easy, but it would be easier for me. So I'd probably go Russia just because it's more unique in my life and my worldview.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you can't go wrong with what would you rather. All you can do is just answer and give us what you feel. All right. So the next one, going on to the next one. What would you rather? All right. This one, these are Christmas offshoot movies. Some people think this is a Christmas movie. Some people don't. All right. I'm talking about John McClane and the Nakatomi Plaza. There he is. Die Hard. Whoa. Awesome. All right. How can you go wrong? Great movie. Just epic 90s classic action movie. Bruce Willis, excuse me, Alan Rickman. And this one is kind of, I always like this one because I always like to go back to Alan Rickman because this was Alan Rickman's first lead billing. He had been an actor for many years on the stage and, over in England and stuff, but he didn't get this movie until his late 40s, early 50s. I forget, it gets convoluted and whatever. There is no actual, I've heard 51, I've heard 47. So I'm going to go with somewhere in the middle. But the fact that Alan Rickman then became a mega superstar and then in his mid-late 50s, he went on to do the Harry Potter movies. I think it's awesome. Obviously, we know about Bruce Willis. It is a Christmas movie. Or one of my favorite movies of all time. I actually revisited it last night. Gremlins. Right? Yeah. I'm talking about Phoebe Cates, bro.
Phoebe Cates,
dude.
Was Phoebe Cates in Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
She could have been because she's.
I think she was.
Probably. She's phenomenal. She's a sexy 80s American girl. No stink eye of that.
Phenomenal seems a bit rich, but yeah, what? I know what you mean.
She is hot in Gremlins. She doesn't beat out Winnie from Wonder Years, but
you're a Winnie fan from the Wonder Years?
Yeah, I'm a Winnie fan. I liked Lisa Turtle a lot.
Did you ever see the Impractical Jokers where they get one of the guys was the massive Winnie fan from his childhood and they got her to interview him?
No.
Dude, you need to watch that episode. If you like her, you're gonna die of laughter. It's so funny.
I would love it. Phoebe Cates, yep, she was in Fast Times. All right, thank you for that, Bubba. For me, this is a tough one, but I'm going with Gremlins just because I like all.
Really?
I like all the little creature things. I like the beginning part of the movie when the guy's walking around in Chinatown and he spots the Gremlin. I like that whole. I don't know. It just says 80s. So yeah, for me, Gremlins. What about you, Nate?
Well, yeah. So it's. I don't know. I figured it was going to be a hard decision for you because the two kinds of movies you like the most are anything with a monster in it and anything action oriented. Where those are the movies that I typically like the least. So for me, I'd probably go Die Hard. I don't have fond memories of the Gremlins, but I haven't watched it in 25 years probably.
Bro, HBO, get on it tonight. Introduce it to Cindy. Get on it. It's good. But moving on, guys, question number 3. Question number 3, we're going to Christmas cookies. This one could be done a lot of different ways. There's a girl I work with. Her name is Jessica, and she makes the most outstanding chocolate chip cookies. I don't know what kind of chocolate chips you like, but there's the really thin ones. They're like paper thin. But then there's also the really like lumpy, doughy ones that are really good. And around the holidays, it's kind of hard. Sometimes you're at Aunt Rosie's. Sometimes you're at Uncle Chuck's. Very different in cookie structure. But one thing is if you add M&Ms to those suckers, then you are, you know what I mean? You're playing on a different field. You're playing on, yeah, because the chocolate is much different than the baking chocolate chip. So when you bite into the M&M mixed with the cookie dough mixed with the chocolate chip, it's tough. Now, one thing I will say, it's harder as I get older. The shell of the M&M is like it's too hard for my teeth.
Wow.
Yeah. Or the special one. Look at this one. This is a chocolate thumbprint. Okay, used with the peppermint. Okay, used with the peppermint Hershey Kiss, which goes against everything that I'm all about because I hate peppermint.
I'm surprised that you are the most anti-mint person I know.
Just especially with sweets. I like mint and pho, but mint cookies is like, okay, thanks a lot for this wad of toothpaste I'm going to eat. You know what I mean? But Surprisingly, something about chocolate and peppermint I actually enjoy. And
So would you eat a peppermint patty?
Yeah, I like them. York?
Junior mint?
Yeah, I like those. I like those. What I don't like is other people's blue gum breath. You know when when somebody else is eating mint gum and you're smelling their breath all the time? That's
No,
gross.
I don't know that. I have not done that exact thing yet.
Everybody's experienced that. It's not fun. It's like when you go on a first date with the girl and you go to the movie and it's dark and you're in there for 2 hours and you're eating popcorn. Popcorn off of somebody else's breath that close stinks.
Oh, look at Martin with the big drop here. The Rocher instead of the M&Ms in a cookie. That's a baller move.
That's insane though. The Rochers are like this big.
Yeah.
That's
no,
like,
he's saying well, no, it would be one. You probably break it. I don't know, Martin. Is that what you would do? Do you crack it? Because inside there's the hazelnut.
Yeah, because if it was like bubbling out like that, it was like, man, you better go see a doctor.
All right, so which one are you choosing?
Mint breath better than the other kind. I don't know. See, that's the thing. Breath. It's not. It's just bad breath with mint flavor. Anyway, moving on. I'm going with M&M's, baby. M&M's.
There it is. He went for it. He's not going for the mint.
I'm telling you, it's tough, man. It's tough. What about you, Nate? What are you going with?
I don't particularly. First of all, I'm really disappointed that you believe M&M chocolate is better than Baker's chocolate.
No, what I was saying is the combo of them together is yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do the M&M one. I don't know. I'm not a fan of either, but I'll do the M&M.
Okay. By the way, guys, if you're just hopping on, we're drinking this winter warmer from Boulevard. It is the Nutcracker Winter Warmer. I gotta say, Nate, the first sip I didn't like. But I don't give up on Boulevard. I'm really enjoying this one. It's a little heavy. You can definitely taste that it's the holiday season beer. It's the type of beer that, if you drink 4 of these, you're not making it to the end of the basketball game that day. You know what I mean? Like, it's Christmas time. The Lakers are playing. Emily, I picked Martin's cookie. Nice. But it's heavier, but it's got a nice taste to it. I'm enjoying this app. Going on with question number 5. Holidays. I cannot wait to go home to the holidays to see my family. But Buffalo, for me, is as much fun as it is. I'm trying to cram in a year within 12 days, so it can be a little stressful. But what's really stressful is the actual day. Nah, not really. But what do you prefer more? You prefer Christmas or New Year's Eve? 2 totally different holidays. Christmas, there's the family-oriented thing, and you're having a lot of food. You're around family members. It's very mellow to an extent. New Year's Eve, you might travel. You might go to a friend's house. You're probably going to be extremely intoxicated at some point during the night. But there's some fun to it. It's turning over the year. You're with your friends. I always go to a cabin in the woods, and we always have a celebration. And we wake up extremely hungover, but it's the start of a new year. It's a celebration. That's right. So, haven't kissed a girl on the ball dropping in quite a long time.
Repeat that sentence.
I haven't kissed a woman on
the balls dropped.
When the ball dropped, and it's like 10.
Oh, when the ball drops.
Oh, you thought you might ball?
I thought you'd kiss a girl whose balls just dropped. I thought, it's weird.
I mean, you were saying, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but no, haven't done that. But for me, New Year's Eve is always kind of like amateur night. It's getting everyone out, and they're going out to drink because they have to or whatever. The downtown thing, no way. Would never do it anymore. Don't like it at all. The funnest time I had at New Year's Eve was a party that we did where we found a bunch of old clothes And it was like shit from the 80s, like my mom's dresses and my uncle's suits and like all this crazy stuff. And we had a house full of about, 15 people. And we all threw the piles of clothes into a pile, and you had to pick what you had to wear the night. and so all my friends and my brother's friends were wearing my uncle's clothes, and my uncles are short, fat, and Italian. And my brother's friends are really tall, white, and Irish. And like the suits were like coming out the ear. And like the Steven's girlfriend, Katie, and Stephanie and Jess, they were wearing like my mom's prom dresses and shit. It was one of the best nights ever. And I want to put together that again.
That sounds pretty. So you're choosing New Year's?
So I'm choosing Christmas. Because I had fun that New Year's party, but it's hard to replicate. I'm going with Christmas all the time. It's also my mother's birthday. Cannot wait. A few more days. Merry Christmas, Nate.
It's always going to be Christmas. I don't even know if the question's good. That's how bad New Year's Eve is. I'm sorry to tell you all, New Year's Eve sucks. Right? It's boring. It's a line. You got to pay to get in. It's overcrowded. You got to deal with Uber on the way home. All that bullshit. For what? To get drunk? You know what? I can do that at home with this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, Christmas, I'd rather be around family than a bunch of strangers I don't particularly care for in a bar that's too crowded and a place that's too noisy. I don't know if I can sound any more like a curmudgeon, but tune in next week.
No, I agree. It sounds like a hoot. Frank, it's a blast. It's a blast. I want to redo that one. Maybe we'll try it this year. But moving on, question number 5. This one's a herder. This one's going to hurt you, okay? Which would you rather, okay? You're in net playing goalie with no mask on, and an NHL hockey player takes a slap shot and hits you in the face with a hockey puck.
Oh, gosh, that's terrible.
I mean, you might lose your eye. You're not going to lose your eye, but you'll probably lose your teeth or whatever. Or you're 5 yards out from an NFL football player kicking a field goal into your face.
It's easy.
I mean, it's tough because, look.
Is it? One of them is exceptionally harder than the other.
No, dude. Because
yes, it is.
The surface of a football is covering your whole face, right? And an NFL player kicking it, the velocity of within 5 yards reaches maximum velocity. Therefore, it's basically like the whole side of your face getting hit, rather than a hockey puck coming and hitting a certain area of your face.
Dude, what you're doing is called mental gymnastics. The hockey puck hitting you in the face is way worse than a football.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know, man. That's
You look at what Frank just said. The puck will break your face bones.
Dude, I really think a football might too.
No, it won't. And the other reason why it won't? You'll be wearing a helmet.
No, there's nothing. It's bare face, both of them. And I want you to think about that as you're watching hockey or football this holiday season. Dude. All right. Okay.
You would have been better off asking a baseball than a football.
But we don't play baseball in the winter, Marissa says. The fact
I use football.
That women are answering this is the best. Anyway. Okay, so tough question. I'm going to go with the football. I've been hit with hockey pucks before in the face. Nothing like the magnitude of an NHL player. One time, the drains for the sinks. So the drain stoppers. They look like
like a black thing. Yeah.
Me and the Duffys thought it'd be a good idea one day to play with one of them, and we're sliding around, and Sean Duffy took a slap shot with the drain, and it hit me in the shin. And to this day, I still have a scar from the dent.
Why can't you make it like a Christmas tree or something?
Next week. Carl said you'll have to think about it.
I need 1 week to think about number 5. Well, you need to do some research, Barrow. All right, so you're choosing the football? Of course you are, because it's a dumb decision otherwise. I'm choosing the football. Nobody is choosing the hockey puck.
Maybe out there. Anyway, I'm going with that. Guys, this beer is delicious. I like it. I like the holiday spirit there. Got a puck and that ricochet off the wall. The lightning practice. They back.
Trust me, it hurts in probably 20% of the speed.
Sorry, Marvin.
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh at you. I laugh at that, but
the fact that you're at your lightning game and that puck's ricochet off of you. But yeah, again, obviously nothing, can happen because we're not going to, get hurt and, definitely hurt or whatever. But anyway, drinking the beer, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It's got a sweet taste to it. It's got a sweet malty taste, almost like a caramel taste to it. Nate, what do you think?
Well, first of all, we didn't discuss the ABV on this, so it's a full percentage point stronger than the Celebration. It's very similar to the Celebration, actually, without the hop portion, right?
Yeah.
Because it feels like that's the difference between these two beers is how hop forward the Celebration is, but it still has those same dark notes that kind of go through this Nutcracker. This one's clearly more of like a winter ale, whereas the Celebration is an IPA. But I like the beer overall. So far, all of these holiday beers we've drank have been good beers.
Yeah, and you're very accurate with that. You're creative, controversial, and well done. Well, Frank, I tried. But yeah, you're right, Nate. That's the thing that's much different about this one. It's got a sweet maltier taste to it rather than that hoppy, just strong, prevalent hop taste. But good, enjoying it. And let's move on. Let's go on a brewery tour, Nate. Let's check out Boulevard Brewing. I got my light on, too hot.
3, 2, yeah, I can see it. 1. Great job, dude.
Yeah, I actually love it, Nate. To me, it's probably my favorite looking brewery that I've never been to.
It's cool looking.
Yeah, I like the outside of it. Did you see that Wetzel's pretzel looking thing? That weird looking hot dog pretzel wrap up with the cheese? I mean, forget about it, dude. The Food Friday feasting all day long on that thing. I love the upper decker. One of the things I really always wanted to do is I always wanted to go to a Royals game. I don't know why, but like
I love that stadium.
Yeah, Kauffman Stadium.
Because it's got like that's baseball wise outside of Fenway. Where else is like that? That's been around for 50 years, longer than that probably. There's something about that is don't what's in the backdrop, the batter's eye? Is it a water fountain?
It's it's like a park waterfall, like a waterfall. And one of the crazy things about it too is like, geez, I mean, like we had that weird couple of years where George Breton was good in the 80s and stuff, but then the Royals sucked.
They won the World Series.
They won the World Series when we were in China, and we didn't really like following
it. It was like 2014 or something like that.
They caught fire, dude. Mustakas and who's the pitching staff was really good. But anyway, hope to go and check it out. Hope you guys like that brewery tour from the Boulevard. It's time now to go to what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? I got some good shit for you guys. this might get a little vulgar. This might get a little bit, what I'm reading is I'm reading the Dirty Joke book.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you give us one?
It's guaranteed to be highly offensive. All right. You guys want to hear one?
Absolutely.
All right. I thought so. So I just happened to mark it off. Okay. So look, I'm going to have an acting career. I'm going to be in Hollywood limelight. I don't know when, and I don't know why, and I don't know how, but it will happen one day. So if you go back and pull this comment of this joke, understand that it's being in context. I'm doing this segment with the Dirty Joke book, and I'm reading somebody else's jokes. I like to do this stuff because I like this kind of humor. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and give you that disclaimer. Here's a joke, Nate. Ready, everybody? Who wants to hear a joke?
I want to hear a joke.
Yes, bring on jokes. Okay, Frank. Here we go. What's the difference between a bartender and a proctologist?
What?
A proctologist only has to look at one asshole at a time.
I like how you put my face on there to see my reaction.
You want another one?
Yeah. Let him rip, says Bubba.
Okay. How about the guy from Arkansas who married his sister? Yeah, he wanted to be relatively happy. All right. How about a nice feminist joke or feminism? Sorry, this is not who I am as a personality. It's all I am reading. Why do women have two sets of lips?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why.
So they could piss and moan at the same time.
Oh my God.
There it is. You got it. You are guaranteed to be highly offended. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. That's jokes. That's what I'm reading. It's holidays. I always like a good dirty joke. Nate, what do you got? What are you reading?
All right. So, Travelman, I'm reading this. It's called The Northern Brewer.
Bubba laughed at it.
He loved it, dude. It's a disgusting joke. So I'm reading this little magazine pamphlet from Northern Brewer. Travelman Dan and I are just talking about. What's that?
That looks like a catalog from like 92 that just slipped out from some weird thing. I like it.
So the reason why it's significant is Northern Brewer is who I bought my home brewing kit from. So I'm following along with them and reading about the tips and whatnot. So Travelman Dan and I have been talking about actually brewing beer. So this is what I'm reading. And over the next couple of weeks, I'll start the process. It's about a 2 to 3 week process to actually get about a case of beer. So we'll keep you updated, but that's what I'm reading right now.
Love it, Nate. Love it. I want to try some of that beer. Please.
Try it. It's for you.
Well, even better, dude. Just please, man. Brew that shit. Call it to action. I'd love to see what you can do. What am I watching? Okay, 2 things. I'm watching Lost in Space, Season 3. Great show. Goes back from, I think, the late 60s. Danger, Will Robinson. Okay, love all the different stuff that goes on. Check it out. That's the robot and Will Robinson. It's on Netflix. There's 3 seasons. A couple of things about this thing is, it's one of those TV shows where like these 2 people go this way, these 2 people go this way, these 2 people go this way. And every 10 minutes, there's like this undeniably, oh my gosh, how are they going to do it? If I ever had one of these things in my life, it would be PTSD for the rest of my life. Yet they seem to manage to kind of get through these things where they're flying through space with a crack in their thing, and their bubble and their face mask, and they are able to breathe. But one thing I do like about it, it's very warm-hearted. It's a little bit corny and cheesy, and I kind of like that. Another thing that I wanted to bring up was I was talking to my friend. I'm in the building industry. I work in construction. And I was talking to my friend, and she's also in the building industry. And they're like, oh, yeah, you got YouTube. And then they were like, oh, she's kicking your ass, Travelman Dan. Dude, my friend has got 58,000 subscribers. She makes really good money. Probably could go full-time. With her and her husband, they have a channel called TBR Schmidt. Okay, check out their channel if you're into that kind of thing. Chris, what up? Good to see you, bro. I'll see you this week, man. Hopefully we'll meet at a bar. But if you haven't checked it out, it's reaction videos. Look, it's not my thing, but I'm super happy for his success. They basically watch a lot of old movies, and they kind of watch them for the first time, like Die Hard 2 and Gremlins and things like that. But I'm super excited. If you get a chance, check out her channel. It's pretty cool with her and her husband if you're into that thing. But that's what brings me to what I was telling Frank earlier is you will see some type of reaction video to Nate and I watching a Medea movie. Okay, we will make that video, Nate. We will put it out there. I've never seen any of the Medea family Christmases, Medea family trips. I've never seen any of those, but I was inspired by my friend and her successful channel. So we will do a video where we do a reaction video of us watching it for the first time. Don't know if we'll get to it by the end of the year, but we'll definitely get to it next year.
That's exciting. I'm super excited to do that.
Remember Ernest movies?
Of course. Ernest goes to, I don't know, Miami or something like that.
Yeah, you always reminded me of him. I don't know what it was.
It's the look.
Yeah.
But you look like a heavier version of him.
Oh, you want to adjust the elephant in the room, eh? All right, this is big news. This is big news. That's right, Frank. I put on a little weight, but it'll be gone within a month.
You look good. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, I don't. All right, moving on. What are you watching, Nate?
Am I in reading or watching?
Watching.
Right now, I'm watching Seinfeld. I think we talked about this a few weeks ago, or maybe we didn't, but I wanted to highlight it again. One of my favorite shows of all time. The fact that it's on Netflix, I don't know, maybe for about a month now, I just turn it on and stream it in the background.
Yeah.
So I'm watching. I think I've already watched all the episodes. So that tells you how far into it I've gotten. I was a big fan when it originally was coming out back in the 90s. I know Danny has recently gotten into it. So if you guys haven't watched Seinfeld, part of it, the first couple of seasons, it feels dated. But once you get to about season 2.5, 3, it's worth it.
Nice. All right. I'm also on that. I'm on like season 6. All right, moving on, guys. I'm talking about what am I listening to? Christmas music. That's what I listen to. That's my jam. And I found this awesome version of Come All Ye Faithful. It is by an artist named Griff. She's like a pop singer, but something about this kind of my favorite Christmas song is Drummer Boy, but Come All Ye Faithful puts me in this weird place where I'm like 2,000 years ago and I'm going to see Jesus for the first time. And like, then, it's just, I can't explain it. I don't know what it is. Check it out. Griff, Come All Ye Faithful. Nate, what are you listening to?
What is your favorite rendition of Little Drummer Boy?
The classic one.
So, Bing Crosby?
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
I'm a big Bob Seger fan of Little Drummer Boy.
That is a good one. That is a really
good.
Yeah.
Really, anyway, so for me, right, it's a Christmas song. Danny, I'm going to see if you know this one. It's called Do They Know It's Christmas, which was done by, I want to say John Lennon did it back in the day, but this was done by Band-Aid, U2. There was a lot of different, bands that contributed to this song. But it's called Do They Know It's Christmas, Band-Aid 2.0.
Huh, I don't know that one. I'll have to check it out.
Do They Know It's Christmas, Band-Aid 2.0. Check it out, guys. Underrated, super underrated. If you like 80s music, you're going to love this song.
I will love that. All right, guys, this is what we're going to slam down. This is the 6.8. This is the Nutcracker from Boulevard. We're going to go ahead and drink this one. Here we go.
Good beer.
Let's snap through this, Nate.
You got it.
Taste. Loved it. Loved it. Had that real kind of mild ale flavor to it, sweetness to it. You can taste the barley and the malt in it. There definitely is some type of holiday spice in there. I don't know what it is. I need somebody from the brewery to come and tell me. But overall, another great product from Boulevard. But I'm going to give it a 3.5.
3.5, I think, is a pretty fair score. So I'm going to do the same thing, 3.5. I do like it. I don't know if, like the celebration, I would look for it next year. I don't know that I'll look for this one next year. But yeah. I'm super happy I drank it, and it's a good beer. If you have an opportunity to drink it, try it, 3.5.
Lonzo, what's up, brother? Happy holidays, man. Hope you're doing good. And moving on to the price. Nate, what did we pay for this beer?
This one was $2.99.
$2.99, a little more expensive. I don't mind it. It is a stronger beer. That's okay. I like, that it's from Boulevard, so I'll support them. I always try it. But like you said, Nate, I'll probably go and find the Celebration next year. This one, I won't, but at a price for $2.99, that's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of a 3.0.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a 3.0 as well. Again, it's not a terrible price. It's not a great price. It's probably too expensive for what it is by 40 cents. But for me, 3.0.
Nice. All right, the design. Marissa said she really liked this. I don't see anything spectacular about it. It doesn't really jump off the page to me. It's Boulevard, to me, does a good job with a lot of their design. This one, I don't really understand it. There's not a lot of going on. But one thing I do like about it is that they put their employees' names on it. And for that, I'm going to spike it. I'm going to give it a better score than I usually give. 4.0. That's a brilliant detail, a brilliant way to go ahead and promote the people that work for you.
Completely agree. So the thing that you mentioned that really stands out to me, that's the number one thing about this design, is it's confusing as hell.
Yeah.
Right? So Boulevard Ryan Newcomer since 2015, that's great that they do that. I have no idea who it is. I have to go look to figure that out. Boulevard Nutcracker, is that the beer or is it the Winter Warmer Ale? Right? So which beer is it?
Yeah.
Right? So is it a Nutcracker series that is highlighting the Winter Warmer Ale for this year? We need to have that cleared up. It just doesn't make sense to me. But overall, the actual look, it's Christmassy. It has a holiday feel to it. I love the mustache with the teeth. So I'll give it some points there. But overall, I question the direction of what they're doing, but I'll give it a 3.0.
Yeah, and look, allow me to be creative and be constructive criticism. It's not my company, but as a YouTube dude, I look at a lot of this stuff. What they should have done, Nate, is like maybe put the person's face on the back side of it, like a little sticker, and then instead leave Nutcracker out of the equation and put the little guy. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows that's a Nutcracker, and just call it Winter Warmer. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Whatever, doesn't matter.
But again, what is it? Is it the Nutcracker Winter Warmer Ale? If that's the case, they need to do a better job of identifying what the actual name is. I don't know what the name of the beer is. Yeah. Is it Nutcracker or is it Winter Warmer Ale?
Good point. Hey, Martin, Nate, he says, Nate, I have to know that smiling can. That's not a can, Martin. You weren't here earlier. That's the burrito. Throw
burrito, dude. It's an inflatable burrito that Danny hit me in the face with. Like pretty hard.
I got good aim, dude.
He wound up too.
Anyway, moving on to accessibility. This beer you're not going to be able to find a lot of places because it's Boulevard within the United States around Christmas time. I'll give that to them. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a score of a 3.0 because after next week, you're not going to be able to find this beer and it might not come back next year. You never know when these companies decide that, look, you know what? We're not going to do this. You certainly won't find it in Africa, South America, Asia, or Antarctica. Nate, what do you got?
It's pretty close looking to a can of hams, by the way, Frank. Danny still has the ringtone from 1983. Congratulations. All right. So,
like 83. It's a good year.
Shit, what the fuck are we talking about? All right. Accessibility, I'm going to give it 2.0. I think it's less accessible than what he's saying. I don't think you can find this anywhere outside the States and outside of major metropolises. So I'm going to give it a 2.0.
Frank said the can's looking at him. Antarctica. Yeah, I had to throw that in there, Frank. Certainly won't be playing volleyball there. TMD X Factor, one of my favorite companies, one of my favorite beers, delivers. I feel like it's a good beer. I love that they put the company worker on the bottle because, let's say that they've been doing this for a couple of years. Imagine if you had a real product. There's something to be said about when a company like this puts this on the store of your local supermarket with your name on it, and you had it each year that you worked. I think that's just friggin' bitching, man. I think that the insight that the owners or whoever decided that is really cool. I think that brings up the TMD X factor. The fact that I really want to check out Boulevard brings it up. I'm going to give it a score of a 4.0. You just can't deny it. Happy holidays, guys.
Ah, snit. No VB. True. Don't know what that means, but I'm reading it. All right. So for me, for the X factor is I'm going to give it a 3.5. I like it. I don't think I would need to buy it again. I have a feeling next year at this time, they're going to have a different version of this beer. Because even when I was on the website, I was trying to figure out their system for holiday beers. If the Nutcracker is a series or something like that, I couldn't figure it out. So I
crack these nuts.
I have a feeling next year it'll be a completely different beer. So for me, 3.5.
Nice. Okay. Well, okay, guys, I'm going to go to this screen because it gives us a full look. 17.5 for the old Nutcracker from Boulevard. 17.5.
15.0 for me.
15. Whoa.
It's a good beer, though. Like,
Let me see your scorecard again. What brought it down? To accessibility?
Yeah, you're reading it, not me.
I know, accessibility. Yeah, it's brought it down. Okay, all right.
2.0, and the rest. I mean, the rest are average scores. So yeah, I got dinged. 2.0 for the accessibility.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Too hard on it.
But hey, that's our score, guys. I gave the Sierra Nevada a 19.5. I gave the Boulevard a nice score of a 17.5. If you get a chance, go ahead and let me know how you score it. Both great beers. I definitely feel a good buzz going on. 2 beers, 2 holiday beers will get you in that right spot that you need to be where you're feeling like Kramer. But now it's time for the quote of the week. And the quote of the week comes from Brigham Young. Brigham Young was, Nate, why don't you tell us who Brigham Young was?
Brigham Young. He was, I don't know, the head of Mormonism?
I think he's kind of like the John Wesley, you know what I mean? Like he brought Mormonism, or is that a term, or Mormons?
Yeah. So like Utah is a hugely Mormon state, and Brigham Young is a massive influence in Salt Lake City and BYU, which is Brigham Young University.
Yeah. And I love this quote that he said, because he said this, and I want you to think about this as the holidays roll around and you stress yourself out, or you get something from somebody, or you give something from somebody. Like this is a really important quote. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be a Mormon or whatever. It's just universal. It's just a really good thing, because all that other stuff out there is usually typically material. It can be plastic. It can be man-made. All you have to do is have money to purchase it. But Brigham Young said this: love the giver more than the gift. And I just love that, man, because isn't that oftentimes what you naturally feel? But yet sometimes we're a little hesitant to express those feelings. That you know what? You don't really give a shit about the bottle of wine. It's about the person that gave you the wine, or the toys and stuff like that. Obviously, when kids are kids, they're excited to get kids toys and stuff like that. But as we grow older, as we get more mature, and as we acquire money through our job and things like that, we can oftentimes buy all this stuff. But it's the giver and the fact that they're giving you a gift, okay, is the real joy and the celebration, if you will, on today's party here. But is the real thing that you want to concentrate in. And I want you guys to take that quote of the week and think about it throughout the holidays. That thank you so much for thinking of me to go and buy this, or hand this to me. It's not so much as the $20 thing or $5 thing or the $500 thing. It's about that you gave it to me. So it truly is in the giver and not the gift. And at this point, Nate, do you have anything to say? Because we're about to shut the show down. I want to wish everyone a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, a Happy New Year. We're going to be back. I won't be back next week, Sunday. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We will be for the Edward Fording Hands. I thought it was on Christmas, but stay tuned for a lot of pop-ups of just one beer. I'll do my best to go ahead and promote it, but we're going to be popping up throughout the week until the end of the year with just one beers. Nate, do you have anything to say before we head out today?
No, just everybody have a healthy and safe holiday season, and that's what's most important is get through the holiday season safe and be able to see your family and do exactly what Danny's talking about, which is more about giving than it is about receiving. So enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. Tomorrow night I get on an airplane. I've done this, and if you've never done this before, you just don't know. And I've been doing it now for 24 years. Every year, you get ready. You got to pack up your things. You got to say goodbye to the people that you're here, or wherever I was, whether I was in California, North Carolina, Africa, or China. And then you're going home to Christmas. The sad part about it is you have to leave your family. And I got a big family, but so just enjoy yourselves. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We'll see you probably in a few days. Thank you so much for all the support throughout the year. I wish you the very best. Nate, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. He's turned the lights off. No more beer. Thank you, everybody.
Happy holidays.
That's Nate Pilserman. Is it Pilserman?
Pilsnerman.
Pilsnerman. Show looks great. Happy holidays, Emily. Thank you so much. I'm Travel Man Dan. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. And remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. And as Nate would do, he likes to do this little finger thing.
It's called the swirl.
The swirl.
It's called the swirl.
Never forget the Philly fanatic thing.
Hey. Brady. You guys want to see Brady or the Fanatic?
Give